Alright, welcome everyone to the Dojo stream. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We're going to be talking a little bit about the website today and hopefully answer some of your questions about the website. Alrighty.
Hey everybody. Hello.
I'm here with Hyun, Eric.
Yep. Eric here, and I'm also with Phil, Stevie,
Hello.
and Miccool is also in the stream. I don't know what they're going to talk though.
Oh.
Yeah, they're just there for support.
Yeah.
I am John as support.
Anyway, I'm going to talk a little bit about the website before we start taking questions. Because there's a little bit of a history behind it, and we should probably explain that first so you guys know what's up. Basically, a little while ago, a member came to me.
Oh yeah, Pepper's here too. Hi, Pepper.
Don't interrupt me. Anyway.
Shut your mouth.
Anyway. So a little while ago, a member came to me just after shift limits died for like the 8th time. And he asked me, he wanted to create a forum for professionals, and it was going to be private. And he basically just wanted to chat with people in private. So he bugged me about it. I wasn't too interested in the idea because who's going to try to join a forum if there's no incentive, right? But he bugged me about it, and eventually I caved in and we created something called Double Framed, which was a recreation of an earlier website. We got into it for a little while, had some people in, I made a design, and, you know, just the natural stuff. He actually got bored and left, as I predicted, so I was left with this unfinished website and no drive to finish it. A few months later, Eric came to me and said, I want to build a website. So I was like, okay, well, what kind of website? And we chatted about it and had some ideas, and basically we wanted to create something like Newgrounds, YouTube, and Facebook all mixed into one. And I had already had this programming done on this website for months, and it was just sitting around doing nothing. So we decided to take what I had done and come up with a plan to make the next generation of Flash websites, because I like Newgrounds, but it's kind of old. So we wanted to make something new, fresh, and it'll have a whole bunch of features for you guys to use.
Yes, because there's basically only one upload site, which is Newgrounds, and that I think it's pretty mainstream, and there's not a lot of other options out there. So I think what we're trying to do is just have a new take on Flash uploading websites and the community, of course.
Yeah, so we got to talking about this, and finally, Eric, well, I can't do this all on my own, because I have, you know, other responsibilities like File Eyes I got to work on and all that, but keeping myself funded and living is hard for what I do, and basically Eric was like, yeah, well, we'll finance it, so there's not a problem. This is now what I'm working on full-time. So that's always a benefit, right?
I basically just threw money at his face and told him to do whatever he wants for a website, and you know what he would imagine a good website to be like. So that's basically what we're doing.
Yeah. So in the future, we want to take this into several different directions. Right now we've got Hyun's Dojo, which is focused on animation, right? And then, was it Josh? Josh is making the game website, which is kind of like a sister website.
Oh, yeah. Josh is actually working on a sister website, and that's going to be solely focused on Flash games. So kind of like the other Flash game websites out there, like, I don't know. What's a good Flash gaming website? Max Games.
Congregate?
It's kind of like, oh yeah, Armor Games is kind of like that, but it's gonna be Dojo Arcade is what we're trying to name it. But yeah, that's still a work in progress.
We got the animation side with the Dojo, Hyun's Dojo, and then the game side with the arcade. So it's kind of Anyway, so should we take some questions now?
Yeah, we're basically here to answer any questions, because I know like we didn't really tell you guys a lot about the website.
Yeah.
So if you guys have anything that you're curious about, we're just here to just hang out and just talk to you about the website and answer all of your questions until we're bored, and then we'll leave.
Yeah, well, when we first started, I don't know. I kind of assumed people knew, so I just started posting the videos on YouTube, and I didn't really think too much about it. And I guess a lot of people were like, "What is this? Like, what's going on?" Anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take questions in the chat, and we'll pick the best ones and answer them.
There's the first most asked question is, when will the dojo become public? Do you know that answer to that, Jeff?
The public status of it is hard to determine, because basically we had a goal, and then that kept changing, especially when we got the new server. We basically started in one direction, and then we figured we should put a little bit more money into this to make it really awesome, and we bought our own server so that I could do a bunch more crazy nerd shit on my end.
Yeah.
And that caused a significant delay, because I had to go back and basically, you know, move the site over and make sure everything was working on the new server. But once that was done, you know, I could get back on my regular pace. When I program things, I'm usually subscribing to a when it's done policy. I don't really have any sort of predicted release date. I want to make this as good as I possibly can within my abilities for everyone. And if that means that it takes, you know, another 1 or 2 months, then that's unfortunately how it's going to be. Right now we are in a beta stage, and those with invites can access the dojo, the forums, and profiles, which is what we're going on now. So that's all working. When that becomes public, I really don't know.
So basically, the short answer to that question is, we'll be done when we'll be done. So it'll be out when we're confident that, like, we're gonna show the website and it's gonna be pretty and not buggy and stuff. So right now it's kind of buggy, so we're not confident in showing it right now. We're doing a lot of testing, and so that's where it's at right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you want to keep an eye out for questions? Because I'm focused on the stream.
I'm trying to look. There's so much text, I can't.
I do have a few questions. Someone asked me earlier and wanted me to answer on the stream because he wasn't going to be here. And they were actually pretty good. Did I close the window? Nope. Okay. The question, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Manasseh? He's on IRC a bit. He asked me these last night. The first question he asked was, would it be possible to make an app for the dojo for like mobile devices?
Oh yeah, that's a
and
good
the
question.
answer to that is definitely yes, but not for a little while, and not until we're sure the site's going to succeed. I would personally definitely be interested in developing it, or helping develop if you wanted to get Josh in on that. But I have thought about it, and I definitely want to do that. But
Oh, Jomm's here. We added Jomm to the call. So Jomm. So yeah, we definitely will be getting an app for the dojo, but that's like further down the road. And I'm probably, well, if the dojo does get popular, then I'm probably gonna hire someone that actually has good experience with mobile apps, and we'll probably make like a legit kind of app for the dojo so you can upload and stuff, or just make comments around the forums and stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool. How are we funding this? It's a good question. Right now I'm funding everything from my own pocket. So I just had a bunch of money saved up in my savings, and right now I'm just funding everything from my pocket. We're not asking for donations or anything. Maybe we should have like a donation drive or something like that. But for now, it's just funded completely on our own. Maybe we'll get sponsors later, but I don't know.
Oh, here. I like this question. Is the dojo created as an alternative for stick page or a replacement for Fluid Anims? We want to emphasize that no. It's not going to be a fringe website or anything like that. Nope. It's our own deal. It's going to be It's basically, it's not even focused on sticks, really. I don't think so.
Yeah, it's gonna be more of a Flash animation community
Yeah.
rather than. There's gonna be a lot of stick figure animators, that's true, but we wanted to
Yeah.
focus it more on having freedom to do full body animations. I know there's also Maple animators out there too that use Flash and stuff, so it's gonna be Flash animators in general. That's a good question.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not trying to like be a competitor site for others like Fluidams or Stickpage or something like that.
Okay, question is, can everyone join the dojo? Yeah, once we release the dojo, it's going to be public to everyone. Anyone can join it. And you don't have
right
to have
now,
an account to participate.
yeah, right now it's in private beta, so you can't join at this very second. But eventually we'll announce when it'll be public, so you can actually sign up and make an account and stuff like that.
How will you guys distinguish your site from Newgrounds?
That's a good
Okay,
question.
design-wise, I hate Newgrounds. Like I like everyone behind that website, but they are stuck in the 90s. I swear to God.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from there.
Yeah, they just like lots of textures, lots of big open spaces. It just kind of bugs me. I worked at Apple for a little while, so I got used to the nice kind of sleek, small interfaces. So I like doing, I guess, stylish. I guess I don't know. Style-wise, we're very different. We're more like, I guess we're like
indie. It's very indie.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very indie. That's the best way I can put it. But I think Newgrounds has grown so big that it's kind of like, I think it's kind of turned into kind of like a mainstream website now. So I think Dojo will be more focused on, I don't know, it's more features that are catered to a more focused audience instead of like everything, like music, art, whatever. But
yeah, eventually we'd like to kind of move on. Actually, in the original design plan I had for Double Framed, the showcase section had images, music, video, and animation from Flash. But we scrapped that when we talked about just doing a straight Flash portal.
That's true. Okay, there's another good question. Will the dojo have future merchandise? I think that's definitely a good possibility that we will. I definitely wanted to make like dojo t-shirts and stuff, and like custom posters for like huge collabs that we release and stuff. We still need to work on like a shop system or making some of that, but that's again further down the road once we get popular and more traffic.
Yeah. Question is, how far is Dojo to being finished? We kind of touched on that earlier, but like I said, it was about 2 or 3 months. Right now, we've got, I'd say I'm just over 50% done, because we got the big parts of the portal down. We got the base features. The forums are up and running, and then we got the social profiles going, sort of.
Yeah.
We have features like, if you watch the YouTube videos, there's a notification center site, like kind of like Facebook's, and there's a nice private message box at the top as well.
Yeah.
One thing I've been working on too in the development build, I haven't really told anyone yet, but there's going to be another icon at the top that's going to be a heart, and when you click it, it's going to drop down with a big list of all your favorites.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, hopefully the way I
cute.
envision it in my head kind of makes it kind of like DeviantArt, when you drag and drop things and it pops down from the top.
Yeah.
Kind of like that,
maybe,
but
maybe later you can show a little bit of the website and how the profiles and the notification things works.
oh yeah,
I think that'd be pretty cool if people can actually see it. I'll definitely be able to show you guys. Okay, looking at more questions. Let's see. Okay, will the dojo have some sort of dojo duels or a system for animator collaboration competitions, such as RHG? Um, that's a good question. I think that depends on the community if they want it or not. That's not for me to say, but if people would like that kind of stuff, then, why not? We can create it, but I wouldn't be against RHGs or anything like that, though. Like, people can still do it and upload their animations and have it. It can still be RHGs. It's not like a copyright thing or that we're hosting it or anything. So I don't think it's like a big deal. So if you guys want to create like a whole different system, then maybe we can do that. But it's up to the community.
Yeah, the Dojo's going to be very community-oriented, like, driven. We're giving you guys kind of like a platform to launch yourselves off of. I like this question. Can you talk more about the functions of the portal? How does the rating work? The portal is kind of like my brainchild. It's kind of like... here, actually, let's go and look at the portal.
Yeah, let's look at the portal.
So this is what the portal's front page looks like right now. It's definitely a work in progress, so keep all this in mind. You might see things that look out of the ordinary or like jump out funny, especially the monthly best. That's all like placeholder stuff. But the big thing I want to focus on with this portal is displaying your animation. So one of the biggest things that I developed for this is an automatic thumbnailing system. Actually, it's an automatic screenshotting system, and then it thumbnails it from the screenshot.
Yeah, it's really cool how it works.
Yeah,
basically, you just upload an animation, and it automatically generates thumbnails for you, and you can even choose which frame in the animation that you want the thumbnailer to capture, and it'll automatically upload the thumbnail onto your animation. I don't even know how Jeff coded it, but it's pretty amazing.
Well, that's what we needed the server for.
Yeah.
But that's how it's what we're focusing on is making sure that there's assets behind it, so that the look of the website can kind of reflect your guys' style and how you've made it. The rating system is based off of let's go into what's one without music immediately. Birthday Brawl, I think that has a little bit of noise. The rating system is based off of 0 to 5. We had a lot of discussion about this in the forums before I actually implemented anything, because I read on YouTube's blog actually that a lot of people will knee-jerk either 0 or 5, and we found that on the FA portal as well a lot. That was something that was crappy, because most people would either vote 0 or 5, and then you get animations that are like either dead within minutes or stay at the top of the list for 10 years. So when I did this, we did end up deciding on 0 to 5, but it's not quite the same as just a standard 0 to 5 system. I have factors in the algorithm for how old the submission is, how many views it has, how many people have rated it, how many people have favorited it, and it takes all this into account before displaying it on the main page and ranking everything. We've also got a lot of related content, which it's way too long and in-depth to explain here, but basically our related content system kicks ass. So you're going to be seeing a lot of useful, like on YouTube when you go on and you watch a video and you look at the related and you're like, oh, that's interesting. So you watch that other video and then you see another one and you just kind of keep going on a binge for 10 hours. And that's kind of what that's what we were going for, at least.
Yeah, I do that on YouTube a lot. Just keep looking at related videos for hours and hours. So hopefully the dojo will be kind of like that too. Yeah, where you just find new animations that you haven't seen before and just click on it and just keep browsing on the portal.
Yeah. And then our comment system is also different, because I don't like the Newgrounds system. That's just me. I don't like the single. That one's more like as if you're a critic and you only get one shot to review something.
Yeah.
And then YouTube's comment system is just atrocious. It's like you have no idea who you're talking to or who you're responding to, and I don't know. I like nested threaded comments. So our comment system, you can see down here, has right now it's 2 levels of nested comments, but I'm going to make it basically infinite. So you can comment on an animation, and then someone can comment on your comment, and then another person can comment on that person's comment, and so on and so forth. And it just creates this nice atmosphere for discussions and so forth.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna invite Gio to the call really quick. He wants to
Sure.
talk to us too. Gio.
Yeah, it is kind of like Discuss. Discuss was kind of inspiration for this because I like their system. It makes sense. Oh, the comments are also going to be also you can vote on comments. So if someone rates your animation or comments on your animation and is spamming or being an idiot, people can downvote their comment and then get it removed as spam or hidden because it's crappy. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's really important for spammers and stuff like that too.
Yeah, am I missing anything on the portal? Should we go? Is there anything else I should talk about?
I'm looking.
We've got
so many questions.
Cool things here for displaying the flash. We can make it bigger.
Can we talk about the system that removes or warns you, or about the minimum frame stuff?
Oh, when you're uploading?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You should talk about that.
Okay.
Cool.
Should I upload something?
Oh yeah, you should. I think you should probably get like a sample upload of something.
Here's the upload system I've got going so far. The art in the background is by one of our members, L-E-H-L.
Yep.
That's how you say it, right? Ehlboy? Yeah.
Ehlboy.
And what we're going to have for this, just quickly talk about it, is random art from the community is going to be here. I didn't like the plain gray, so I wanted to do something interesting. Right now it's just placeholder, but yeah.
Yeah. So you can essentially upload artwork to us, and then we'll have it randomly generate and switch through community artwork.
Yeah, hang on, I'm just pulling up a file here. I'm gonna upload this sneeze, my old animation, because it's short, and it always works with the icon.
Yeah.
Okay, so for uploading, it's drag and drop based, or you can click the button to upload. So I'm going to just drag my file on here and release. And you can see right away that it starts uploading it. This one uploaded really fast because it's a small file size. Once it finishes uploading, it starts processing the file, and then it generates the icon you see down there. This is all real time. I have none of this planned out. At the top, I don't know how well you can see that, but there's a notification there. I wrote a system that basically analyzes your flash file, and it checks to see how long it is in seconds. And if your animation is under 20 seconds long, it displays this warning. It's not necessarily preventing you from uploading it, because sometimes there are circumstances where it'll say 20 seconds, but your animation isn't actually 20 seconds, or you have a legitimate reason to upload something that's shorter than 20 seconds.
Yeah.
In general, right now we kind of think that you shouldn't upload any tests or like quick 2-second fights. Those should be more posted to the forums so that you can get legitimate criticisms. So this warning displays, and you have to actually click I understand before it'll let you do anything. I'm going to leave it up there for now because I wanted to show you how I've handled inputting data for your animation. While all this is uploading, if your file is like 5 megabytes and it takes a while to upload, you can actually just start typing everything. I'm going to do it now for the sneeze. You can start typing while it's uploading and save your changes as you go. I guess it's kind of like YouTube. I think I got that idea from YouTube.
Yeah, it's sort of like YouTube. Like when you're uploading a video, you can put your title, description, and whatever you want while everything's uploading, and it'll save automatically too. And also, for that warning, that's basically just making sure to weed out all the people that upload tests and stuff, because the portal's not going to be for like little test animations. It's meant so people can post their full projects, and
Yeah.
you know, just we want to have good quality up on the portal and not just tests.
Yeah,
like
we want to make
5-second tests.
We want to make it something that everyone can go on and find something like almost right away that they want to watch.
Yeah.
And we've got different genres that'll that is good for searching what you want and also for related content. We can set ratings so that if you want something like raunchy humor, you can find it'll suggest stuff like that. And it's also got a tag system that kind of works like you just type in the tag and it'll save it.
Okay, here's a question. Will you be releasing a user API system to generate revenue for uploading quality animations to reward users?
Possibly. I hadn't really thought about that.
I have thought about it, and I do. That would be great if we can pull that off, but I have no idea how that kind of stuff works. But I think we'll look into it and see if we, because like one thing I want to do is reward animators for having really good content, and if there's a way that we can put API on their animation so they can earn ad revenue, that'd be great. But that's still something that we need to discuss and figure out actually how to do.
Yeah, and it'll probably come a little bit later.
It'll come later.
Because we want to integrate, like we talked about doing sort of like insight achievements, right? When you were talking about that other website you liked.
Yeah.
And because Shift Limits had those, and that was a really big hit. So maybe we could kind of follow Newgrounds' path and do something similar to that. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Yeah, I think that's a good. I think that's also a good alternative. It's having like a point system where you can unlock certain features of the website that other people can normally not access.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, based on your uploads, and if you have really good quality content, you get more points to unlock more features. Kind of like how YouTube has their partnership features, where partners have more features of uploading. Kind of like some people can upload a lot bigger file sizes if they're partners, and they can make money off of their videos and stuff like that. So I think that's a good system to sort of look towards.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's something we'd like to implement in the future. I like this question. Is there going to be a browsing system where you can sort by lengths, favorites, and views? Yes. Actually, I can take this second to kind of show off what I've got done for sorting. What I want to do is, well, just that. Basically, there will be a way for you to sort by different content types. Right away on the main page here, you can see on the left, there's already the genres. If I want to see like the new submissions, you can go to new submissions. I don't have any sorting options yet, but I do have different views for grid and then list view. So you can change, basically I'm giving you the ability to customize your experience. If you want it to be under list and you want it to show only mature animations, then, you know, be my guest.
Okay.
Oh, are games allowed in the current portal? No.
No.
We were talking about earlier how we have a sister site for games specifically.
Yeah.
The portal is going to be for animations. One of the biggest reasons is because the thumbnailer that I created doesn't really work with games. So to get it automatically, it needs to be a regular Flash file, and games usually only have like 1 or 2 frames.
Yeah. So what we want is basically a whole another website that's solely for Flash games, and that's still being worked on, but it'll be here soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. So right now the portal is just for animations only.
Do you want to find another question? I'm gonna.
Okay, look. Keep asking questions, guys. We're just reading through.
Mm-hmm.
Following features like favorites and subscriptions. Okay, so basically, I guess they're asking, is it going to be a subscription system for animators?
Yep. Part of that will tie into the big social aspect of the website, because when you look at this, the profile here, it's all about. It's kind of like Facebook, where you've got individual profiles and you can see their feeds and what they've been up to. In the future, you'll be able to customize your own feed to limit things that you want to share with people. So, like, if you don't want people to see your forum posts on your profile, you can just set it to do profile posts and uploads or something like that. And then if you want to follow someone, you can subscribe to their account, and it'll start notifying you, depending on your settings, really. But it'll start notifying you whenever someone uploads a video, or you can extend it to do likes if they like something, or if they commented on something. That's what actually the home page is going to be. We're not going to have a traditional, like Newgrounds style front page. We're going to have a hybrid of that and Facebook's main page, where you see a feed of activity for your friends and who you're following, and then around that will be like front page features and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I really like the profile system because it's unlike other forums. Like other profiles, they're kind of they're kind of standard, but this one looks a lot more clean. And there's also stuff that there's like a showcase tab where you haven't worked on yet, but it'll show like all their main animations and stuff.
Yeah, it'll display them in a nice format. I haven't quite gotten that far yet because it's like we said, it's still a work in progress. So what you're seeing is actually pretty early in beta.
Yeah, it'll be really cool once it's all done, though. It's gonna be cool. So another question is, or a lot of question about the forums. People are asking if there's gonna be forums.
Yeah, let's take a look at
Maybe
that.
you can show them. Yeah, maybe you can show them forums.
The forum is actually a standard PHP BB system. I don't like any other systems. I'm sorry, I can't stand vBulletin. But I understand why some people like vBulletin. So what I did was, I actually did this as part of Double Framed when it was originally Double Framed. I gutted PHP BB and built my own stuff around it. Because the root system is good, but there are some features that I can't live without from vBulletin. So we've been, and then of course the social aspect, that's obviously not part of vanilla vBulletin, or vanilla PHP BB. The notification system is also not part of vanilla PHP BB. So some of the things I did was, the design. Let's look at general discussion. The design is kind of interesting and unique. Like not your standard layout, but at least similar enough that you're gonna get it.
Yeah, it's really clean and simple for a forum layout.
Yeah. And one of the other features that was borrowed from Twitter is the ability to mention someone in any post. Well, it will be any post
really
once
cool.
I'm done. This is actually one of the most useful features of the website I've found, because if you want to get someone's attention to a specific post, all you have to do is do what they do on Twitter and put @ and then their username, and it automatically sends them a notification to their notification center and says, hey, this user mentioned you in this post, click here and you can view it. Before, trying to get someone's attention at a specific post is like, it's hard. You gotta send them a private message or get them on Skype or just hope they come across it.
Yeah, so like say if you're talking about like how to improve the forums, you can do @Jeff and tell him what the bug is, and he'll immediately see it in his notifications, and he'll get to that comment a lot sooner than regular comments.
LF2 just sent me a message, and it sent me an email actually as well.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to reply to him, and it's going to send him a notification so he can see that I replied. Standard stuff.
You could also turn off the emails, by the way.
Yeah, you can turn off the emails, because that's one of the things that bugged me about Facebook, is when I first signed up, it was like 1,000,000 emails.
Oh my god, yeah. Going back to the portal, there's a question if there's going to be a feature to upload files other than SWF files, so like movie files or something like that.
Yeah,
Is that a
in
possibility?
the future, I'd like to. With that, a lot of people don't really realize that it does take a lot of money and server power, because there are like 1,000,000 video formats, and there are also 1,000,000 codecs. So you can upload an MOV that could have one of 10 codecs, and then the system needs to figure out which one that is. There are a lot of good open source software that will identify that and then convert it on the fly. But those cost money, and they also cost server power. Right now, I don't think our server is powerful enough to handle video uploads. Swift files, it's okay. I mean, we'll see when we launch whether or not the system holds up. I'm hoping it will.
Yeah, Swift files are generally small, so...
Yeah. But in the future, definitely, I think it would be a good idea to allow video. We also, in preparation for a mobile app and getting ourselves across all devices, I'd like to do on-the-fly conversion of a flash file to a video file, so that you can... It kind of like Swivel, but online. So
Ooh, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I've actually looked into it, and it's definitely possible. It's just our server doesn't have the processing power for it, and it would die.
Yeah, probably.
So, but having that automatically convert, we've got the thumbnail, and then we've got the video, so you could go on your iPhone or whatever, and look at the video real quick and not have to worry about not having flash.
Yeah. So in the future, when we get really popular, we'll be able to buy some Google servers and get that taken care of.
Google will buy us.
Google? No, we'll buy Google.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Even better.
So, next question. Highlights. I'm looking through. Okay, will unregistered users be able to upload to the portal?
No.
So like random people? No.
No.
You need to make a...
I think
Well, it's obviously, once it goes public, it's going to be free to sign up, so...
Yeah, obviously it's going to be free to sign up, but it's hard to manage content if there's no absolute person behind it. So, we want to make this not like Puritan YouTube, but not allow crazy types of porn on there.
Yeah.
And it's a lot harder when guests can upload, because under the guise of anonymity, they can just do whatever they want, which is kind of frustrating for us.
Yeah. Okay, here's another question. Will Firelights be integrated with the Dojo?
No, Firelights is kind of a different thing. I mean, maybe, because that's kind of Stone and I are working on that now.
Yeah.
Those, if anything, it'll be more Stick Page that gets integration. Because, again, it's Stone and I that are working on it instead of, just me.
Yeah. So it'll still be separate, but you can still use it too.
Yeah, I mean, you can still use it, and I mean, I've been working on a number of things for File Eyes that you'll probably be interested in the future, but that's, again, separate from the dojo.
Cool.
Cool.
More questions.
Isn't Phil posting them in the...
Yeah,
Skype?
yeah. This is back to notifications.
Oh, I missed a whole bunch.
They're asking can you list the types of notifications that you'll receive? Like, what will the notifications cover?
Notifications will cover pretty much anything that needs a notification. I designed the system to be open and dynamic, so creating a new notification type it literally takes me like 30 seconds. When I did the commenting system on the portal, it like I said, it took 30 seconds to integrate the notifications right away. So I guess when we launch, we can see what needs a notification and what doesn't. And you can of course customize it in your profile. Right now, what do we have? I think we've got mention and topic, comment on an animation. When you get a private message, it actually uses the private message inbox instead of the notification system to let you know.
It's really cool because it's not only connected to the forums, it's also connected to the portal. So if someone comments your animation on the portal, it'll also give you the notification.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interconnected with everything, which is really nice.
Well, that's what I was going for with the whole website. I want it to feel like one website, because in the past you've had websites that have different parts of it that feel like they're completely different websites.
Mm-hmm.
Like the forums will have a totally different layout from the rest of the website, and I don't like that feeling of detachment. So I wanted to make sure everything feels nice and tight and integrated.
Yeah. We're allowed to use.
Also on the notification system, I can confirm that we are doing everything in real time. So once I figure out a way to do it without killing the server, as we figured the other day, you will be able to sit anywhere and get live updates. Kind of like Facebook, without having to refresh the page. I mean, I was thinking the other night maybe we could even go so far as to do inter-user chatting, so that you could, rather than going on IRC with someone you don't know, you could send them a message and do real-time chatting on the website.
Oh yeah, that'd be really useful. That'd be pretty cool.
So there's like multiple levels of communication that we're going for, without ignoring a single one of them.
All right, I think we covered a lot of the main stuff. Are we allowed to use the Dojo intro and release animations yet? Yeah, I don't see why not. Like, you guys can use the intro. Those of you who are actually at the private beta, I don't mind you guys using the intro. Not yet. I think once it goes public, the official Dojo like splash screen and preloader and all that stuff's going to be available once it goes public.
The question was, is there a link where we can use it publicly?
Oh. Yeah, no, not yet. Once it goes public, you guys will have access to like the background, intro, preloader, and all that good stuff.
Actually, Justin on the chat had a pretty good question. Well, it was an okay question, but I can make it into a pretty good question. He was asking about the chat sound when we do live chatting on the site. One of the things I actually kind of want to integrate is sounds into the website that you can, of course, turn off. In the developer's version of File I was working on, I actually have a bunch of sounds that play as you're uploading the file. And I found a lot of people actually who tried it out found that it was very nice, because you could leave it in the background and be alerted right away when it was done. So that's something we're going to be doing, where we will have, you know, little noises. Again, you can turn them off, but we will have like sounds like beeps and crap for when you get notified or when someone starts a conversation with you. I'll try to make it diverse, because sometimes with other websites it's hard to tell what sound means what. So
yeah. All right. Good questions. Good questions, guys.
I have a question.
Yes, Phil. What is your question?
will there be any links that I could find out more about the dojo publicly?
I think for now we have a YouTube channel for the dojo. I don't think we actually have any like an info page yet. I think we
Not
should
yet.
make one maybe.
Yeah, probably. Maybe I'll link it because our sign-in page is kind of vague. It's like,
Yeah, it's just
we're in
it's
beta.
just
Go
sign-in
away.
sheet with like, we're not inviting anyone else. Go away. So I think we will work on kind of like an info page once you
Yeah.
get in, explaining more about it. But I think before this, we were kind of keeping it hidden, focusing more on the development. So after this, we'll probably go more public and start providing more information to you guys.
Yeah. Of course, we've got the YouTube channel. I'm gonna be uploading this stream to it afterwards, if I can manage it.
Yeah.
And that way we have something to link people to if they want to find more. Maybe I'll make a smaller version where I briefly answer the questions instead of going into long, rambling stories.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll link you guys to the YouTube channel really quick.
Yeah.
Once.
Also, I will be making more of those preview videos. I kind of like doing that. It's, I don't know.
Dude,
it's
that was
entertaining.
awesome. Like, I was freaking jumping in my seat when I saw the video. So this is the YouTube channel, and Jeff releases some of his like development. He releases little development blogs every once in a while, which gives you a little bit of sneak peek of what he's actually working on.
We also use the YouTube channel to feature content from the website that's really good. Like Jombo a little while ago asked me to put his Entanglement 3 part up on there.
Oh,
and yeah, that I don't know. I made those intros for a reason, so might as well use them.
So right now it's just kind of like we're doing like test uploads and stuff, but I think pretty soon we'll be able to release some more stuff from that channel, like updates and.
Oh, here's a question for you. Are you going to be sponsoring any animations? What's your
Sponsoring animations, definitely yes. If we get enough sponsorship money, because right now I'm pretty poor, to be honest. But I put a lot of money into making this actual website happen. But I think once it does get popular and we find a way to fund it, then definitely I'll have sponsored animations for you guys.
Yeah, and you were also talking earlier about the Kickstarter idea. Did you want to
Oh
talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
that?
the Kickstarter idea. Well, that's kind of like just an idea that I had of the dojo's gonna have a crew, kind of like Fluid Atoms, of like in-house animators, and we're planning on maybe starting up a Kickstarter if we wanted to do like a really big collab that just has all the crew in it, like Turquoise, me, Jomm, Endo, like all those really famous animators.
Oh, and me,
So-
I'm a famous animator.
Oh yeah, Jeff too, of course. Can't forget you, but basically that's kind of like an idea of we can start up a Kickstarter and we can fund the actual animating process, so we can pay these guys that do really well, that work so hard on these animations, and like most of the time they don't even get paid for it. So I kind of wanted to go that step and find a way to fund these animators on these really big projects. So that's sort of an idea so far, but I don't know if it'll work out or not. It's just gonna
We'll
be.
see where that goes.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes.
I think it's a viable way to kind of get the community interested in itself, so to speak. I mean, that sounds silly to say, but sometimes you get people who just kind of focus on what they're doing, and we want people to work together to make everything good.
Yeah. Because I don't know, like I also like, like community collabs that are really quick and stuff, but I really want to focus on people finishing these really big projects that are really epic and become classics. So that's what I'm trying to focus on. Okay. What else? Art portal. Is there going to be an art portal? Eventually, yes. But so far, right now, there's no other portal yet. It's just animation.
Yeah, we're focusing on Flash for the time being, but we're also gonna do resources system. Didn't we talk about that when we first came up with a plan?
Yeah, resources, place where you can download sound effects, and stuff like that. Also, I wanted to have like an official live stream page where it has like a list of all these really good animators, and you can actually see like when they're going to be live, when they're live streaming, and stuff like that. That's also something that I wanted really bad. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I wonder if we can do some sort of integration with people's live stream on their profile.
Yeah,
They can,
dude,
like,
that'd
embed
be
it.
yeah, that'd be really cool if that's possible. But then there's like a thing of like people use livestream.com or Twitch or Ustream, so it's like
Yeah, that's true.
okay.
There's a lot of portals. Are they going to be accessible straight from hyunsdojo.com? Basically, the different portals we have are animation and games at the moment. The games one isn't even like close to being done, is it? And that's on the sister site.
Yeah, well, actually, I think it is being close to done. It just needs a lot of tweaking for like aesthetics.
So
But
the games one is the only one that's going to be on another domain, right? Because the dojo will be more for
animation community.
Yeah. And then when we do get all these... Actually, I haven't even thought about that. When we do the other portals, I'm not sure if we should integrate it into one big one or have it separate like Newgrounds does it.
I'm not sure. I think I kind of like it better if it's separate.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably the best idea.
Will there be a tutorial section? Yes, there will be a tutorial section. I wanted to have a dedicated page that has a bunch of really good tutorials for you guys, so you guys can learn. I'm not sure how that's going to be set up yet, but I definitely do want a dedicated tutorial section that teaches you not just stick figure stuff, but how to animate in Flash in general.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about that the other day, and there was who was it? Sticktacular, I think. There was another website a while ago, and they had a really awesome literature system. I think developing something like that where people can go on and be like writers and write these tutorials, and then you can do like even ratings, almost like a tutorial portal.
Oh,
so that way
that's such a good idea.
Yeah, like the best tutorials could be voted up to the top, so that people can quickly find the ones that actually are worth something.
Yeah.
Germinal Games, aka Justin, he's asking, may I ask why they are separate? I'm guessing that's in regards to the game site and the animation site. We were actually talking about this when we first started out, you, me, and Josh, right? We were trying to figure out a way to integrate them, because at the same time Eric came to me with this idea, Josh had already started on the other project. So right from the start, they were two different projects, and Josh had his own idea about how to do things, and like he wanted to use some pre-built system, and I'm kind of more, I want to do it from the ground up. Yeah. So we ended up looking at ways maybe we could integrate the two communities, but it talks broke down when we realized it's not going to be that easy. So we decided to leave it as separate, but they're sister websites, so maybe in the future we will have some integration.
Yeah, well, at least the actual websites will look very similar. So the only difference is that it's going to be on a different domain, but that's still, like, a lot of talks need to still happen over that. We still need to talk over it. But ideally, what I want it to be is like you go to this place called, I don't know, like Dojo Arcade, and then it's this whole website just full of, really fun games. and people can upload their own games, and basically a games portal is, yeah, basically.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like Congregate, really.
Yeah, kind of. So that's still in discussion, and I don't know. Who knows? It might be under one domain if we do talk over it.
Yeah.
There's a possibility still. So
Yeah, keep in mind, again, everything that we're showing off is still heavy beta. I mean, we could change a lot of it from now until when we release, so...
all right. How to become a mod / in-house animator for the dojo. Once the dojo goes public, I'm thinking about having like a tryouts kind of thread where we have tryouts for in-house animators, and based on your quality of animating, you have a chance to become a in-house animator, and that's a good thing because if we do get the Kickstarter thing, you can get paid for your animations and going in these huge collabs. But yeah, we'll definitely have tryouts for that. It's not just gonna be like, oh, I just picked these guys because they're my friends, and it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be a tryout system.
Do you already have plans for events for when the dojo kicks off? I know we were talking a little bit about this on the forum.
Oh, you mean like events and stuff?
Yeah, like, well, when we launch the website, do we have anything big planned?
We're planning on a lot of events. A lot of community collabs of animation, kind of like a welcome dojo collab. That's like the first main thing that we're planning right now, and I'm pretty sure we'll think of a lot of other events and stuff. But right now we're focused more on just developing and getting the site finished, and then after that's all done, we can focus on big events and collabs.
Oh, Nicole's asking, can you have custom background images and themes like on YouTube? Profile customization is one of the things that I'm focusing on. I was thinking about doing custom backgrounds, but I have to finish the profiles first before I can do any more. So it's because I need to figure out how I want the backgrounds to integrate with the design idea I have. Right now, I was actually on it earlier, but you do have nice big cover images. If you've seen the YouTube video, you can actually upload your own cover image, and
Yep.
I've taken that a step further, and the cover image is actually available in the dojo now. When you view
in the
an
portal,
animation,
right?
yes, in the portal. When you view an animation, the user's cover image will be
It's really cool
just
touch.
behind their avatar, and it kind of gives it a nice personal flair, so you can further customize how you look and how you represent yourself on the website.
Yeah.
The entire background, I still have yet to figure out how I want to implement that, but I don't see why not. I mean, it's pretty cool to go on a profile that doesn't look identical to every single other profile.
Yeah, that's true. All right. I think the questions are starting to wind down here.
Yeah, we talked a lot.
Yeah, holy crap. I didn't know we were going to be talking for this long. Friends feature. Oh, do we have anything planned for the Friends feature on the dojo? If there will be one.
Yeah, well, like I was saying earlier about PHPBB, that actually has a friend system, but it's kind of crappy.
Yeah.
So I'm in the midst of overhauling it. I actually started on some code last night. But basically, it's gonna operate more like Facebook, like how you're used to with Facebook, or if you ever go on it, Google Plus. You won't be able to add friends and be friends automatically. You can follow someone to get their subscription on your main page, but if you're friends with them, you get a little bit more out of it. But yeah, so when you make a request, it's not automatic. They have to accept your request. And then there's also going to be a foes system, which is basically like blocking. So you can set, if someone's like bugging the hell out of you, you can actually block them. And then it's like they don't exist on the website. You stop seeing any content from them, aside from, I think, uploads I was planning.
Yeah. Kind of useful for trolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question.
What
Sure.
is your question, Phil?
What do you guys plan for the future of Dojo? As in the goals for Dojo. Is it just going to be an all general content for artists, or do you have something bigger planned for
I
it?
think that's the goal for now, is to have a place where you can upload and it has a really good community at the same time.
Monotize all the other Flash websites.
Yeah, like if we do get as big as like Newgrounds or something, that'd be pretty cool. But
It'd be nice.
it'd
We
be
kind
better.
of I don't remember when I said it, if I said it at all, but basically we need to bring our kind of communities into the 21st century. Like well, not century, but like this day and age, 2013. There's
Yeah.
so much you can do with technology like HTML5. That's actually part of the reason why I don't support older browsers, is because we want to keep pushing the boundaries, and if we keep supporting the same people that are holding us back, we won't get anywhere. So the dojo is really more about pushing forward and then being on the bleeding edge, rather than sitting back in the safety of what you already know from like the 90s.
Yeah, sure.
I have a follow-up question.
Yes, Phil, what is your follow-up question?
Jeff, you mentioned something about always consistently updating the dojo. Will the dojo be different in the future due to adaptations through the technology you talked about?
Yeah, well, I've got the developers version and the beta version. The beta version is open to people to test it, but the developers version is kind of my own testing ground. So I'm using it to always push. Well, what's the word I want to use? I'm using it to basically test whatever ideas I have.
Yeah.
So if I find something that's worth it to put into the dojo, I will develop it first on my version, and then I'll update the main site going forward. So I do have a system set up so that we can change the site if needed without like long periods of downtime. But definitely as technology changes, if I find something new and cool, I would love to implement it in the website, because it's always good to show off that we're fresh, we're new.
Also, like down the road, if we do make a really big change to the dojo or something, we're gonna look at actual feedback from you guys if you actually like it or not. Because I know YouTube just makes like these random huge changes for no reason, and people go like, "What? This is really bad. Can you not do this?" But they just ignore you and just do whatever the hell they want. So when we do make changes, we're going to be looking at feedback to see, what changes are actually good and what changes are not. So I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, because really, like, the YouTube stuff was such a...
Yeah, they do
know.
that like every year. It's kind of annoying, but we're not going to be like that.
I like the idea of opt-in changes, so that you can announce it and be like, hey, we got this new version, why don't you tell us what you think? And then it'll be easy to go back if you hate it.
I have another follow-up question.
You are just full of them. Awesome.
I'm just trying to keep the chat going. Let's go. Okay, so do you consider other public suggestions for changes, or do you simply take in your own changes in incorporating it into the dojo? I don't know if that made sense, but I could rephrase it.
Okay.
We'll definitely take in suggestions if they're really good. I think on our forums, our bug reports and suggestions section is like one of the biggest. There's a lot of people who suggest changes, and Jeff is usually good to actually take a look at those. And if they make sense, then we'll obviously try to make those.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, some people are really fickle and petty about different changes. So sometimes there's little things that it's like, just deal with it. Like, I don't know, because everyone has their own preference, and I can't please everyone. And it's not reasonable to expect me to make little changes or different things just so you can spend, like, I don't know. But you know what I mean, right?
But if there's like a mass of people who want like something to change or want a certain feature, then we'll obviously take a look at it and try to implement it.
Yeah, I'm definitely all for big, like, nice changes that make sense. There and it definitely like when you were talking about again that website that you really liked. I read through a lot of that, and a lot of it is, good ideas. We should take a look at it. That's usually my philosophy when developing websites, is I find what works, and if you have a favorite feature or something you like, then might as well try it.
So yeah, we're planning on making this like 100% community based, and not just like we're developers and we can just do whatever we want. So it's going to be a lot from the community suggestions.
Yeah, it's kind of like a site by animators for animators.
Yes.
Agreed.
I agree. All right. I think we covered about all the main questions, so I think we might wrap it up pretty soon.
I have one more question, and this is just a closing question.
Yes.
Damn it, Bill.
You shut your goddamn mouth.
So if people want to ask more questions, do they have any way to contact you guys to find out more?
Oh, we have a Gmail account for the dojo.
We should probably let people know what that is so they can send stuff. I'm sorry about my voice cracking. I haven't had any water in the last hour and I'm thirsty.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, my mouth is like a desert right now. And I'm freaking hungry too because I didn't eat before, but anyways.
You soldier through that, alright?
Wait, it was Hyun's Dojo at Gmail, right? I don't even know. So this is that's the email. If you have any comments or other questions, or maybe even just like suggestions, you can just spam that email. We'll probably read it. It's just hyunsdojo@gmail.com.
I have a question.
Yes, John, what is your question?
Is this video recording going to be on the Hyun's Dojo YouTube? If anybody like missed it or the cat went over so they couldn't come in.
Yes,
Yeah.
I hope. Well, yeah, I think Jeff is recording this whole thing. Now, so.
Yeah, I'm hoping the video quality is good because I looked at some of the ones we were doing earlier and I don't know, they're kind of small, but we'll see. I'm gonna take out the pre-show because that was just kind of for the stream. So those previews everyone saw, that was a one-time thing unless you guys want to put up your own previews.
Alright guys, well I see people clapping and farting and doing whatever, so I think we will wrap it up. I think.
Good stream, guys. Good going.
Yep, good job. We did it.
Where's Yeah!
Yeah! Good job, guys.
Background
Good job.
applause.
Good job, guys.